Krisztina Neglia, and this is Real Estate 411. Now it's time to find your dream home. There are 3 key steps: selecting the homes to view, the offer, and the home inspection. I asked them to prepare a would like to have list, a must have list, and a dream list. We sit down, figure out areas, we figure out home styles, and then I advise them which area we should concentrate on.
She knew more or less what we were looking for. By this stage, we'd gone through the buying process the first time, and I got interested in real estate, and I would look at a lot of houses in our area when they were up for sale, and some of them were being sold by Krisztina, so we would chat about the house, and I think she got to know me on a personal level a bit more as well, so she really understood what we were looking for.
And she showed us in a couple of hours only about 4 homes, but they were totally different, different locations, different price points, different styles, and what it did was it really taught us as to what the market was currently, what was available, and it really helped us to try and make decisions as to what to do.
To me, it's important that my clients have the listing, they make notes. We're looking at 4 to 5 homes at the same time, and then we recap, go out again. Sometimes you realize that what they said to you and what they want, it's not 100% the same. When I'm preparing an offer, I make sure that my client is educated properly. They understand what is the trend in the market, the sphere of influence. I pull up and I educate them on the recently sold homes. We're looking at the upgrades and the location versus the other homes. I don't like to go in too low because it's disrespectful for the other agent and to the client. I want to make sure that the client is absolutely educated on the product. That way, more likely than we will have a happy ending to the offer. After you selected the home, you put in an offer. If an offer gets accepted, most of the time I encourage my clients to put in 2 clauses. Number 1 clause is home inspection. That is crucial. It's the best $300 to $500 that you spend for your safety and insurance. You put in a clause on financing as well, of course, if you need it. The home inspection is so important in my mind because that will point out if you have any deficiencies with the home. Maintenance of the home, it's very important, especially for first-time home buyers or for people who are coming out of condos or townhouses. And of course, you want to make sure that the home meets all safety measures.
And she also brought her home inspector to the table. He did a great job. We like him.
It is the last step of the purchase, but probably one of the most important steps of the purchase because it's one of the times where you can really go in and examine the house from the foundation right up to the attic and insulation. Look at all the major components, the HVAC system, the electrical, the plumbing, and look for any major defects, deficiencies, or hazards. Of course, you can't find everything. There are things that are behind the walls and wiring and whatnot that you can't see, but for the most part, a home inspection will eliminate any really ugly surprises down the road.
Number 1 thing is electrical and fire safety, and then of course you want to make sure that your furnace and everything is operating properly. Then there are smaller and minor issues that usually a home inspector points out and you can take care of.
So these poured concrete houses, cracks are very common. And as long as the grading is positive, water, groundwater, and snow, thaw, everything runs away from the foundation, and this keeps groundwater from getting in. But of course the builders always, they're in and out really quickly, they don't grade properly. So that should actually be sloping up, and your dimple wrap should be completely invisible. So this is just raising the grade a little bit. 2-inch conduit, 1.25-inch conduit. Throw my tester in here, I do get power. And this is an exhaust vent with a critter guard. It's wired directly to a dedicated outlet. It's in good condition, no concerns. Nice and flat, valleys are good. Gutters and downspouts are all unobstructed. Efficiency. This black PVC piping is no longer allowed in houses. It has to be the white system 630. And see these big gaps in the ductwork here? Should have cork tape. So our gas line right now, if you were struck by lightning, it would send your hot water tank into space.
blow the house up in the process. So something so blatant, I'm going to fix it for them at no extra charge. Idea is if you ever get struck by lightning, your electrical system is grounded, so there's a copper line that runs from the electrical system into the water main, and that prevents frying your electrical system. And the term grounding, obviously, it will hit the service pipe and that will go down into the ground 3 feet and ground the electrical post. So I'd highly recommend that carbon monoxide detector be disconnected from inside the furnace room and moved to the exterior. Best way to tell if a basement has been wet is pull up the carpet in the corners, in areas where you think there might be water penetration, and look at the carpet rail, because these carpet rails are the first thing that gets wet and they go black. So this is perfectly dry, no concern, so we've had no water penetration at the back of the house. Deal breakers: major electrical issues, foundation problems, flooding, previous damage that might be recurring, or anything that looks like it's been hidden or doctored up in order to trick the purchasers. Those can be absolutely deal breakers. Sometimes you'll come across in older homes insulations that have the potential for containing asbestos vermiculite. Older homes with radiant heating systems might have asbestos pipe wrap on them. Those can also be deal breakers too, because of the fear of asbestos and hazardous materials.
I have had some home inspections that caused deal to collapse. Number one issue is mold, and we had recently a couple who made a decision because it's the safety for their kids that they walked away from the house. Even though the owner offered remedies, they felt more comfortable to find a new home. Certain issues could be approached by an amendment. So if the new purchaser wants the old homeowner to fix certain things, it could be roofing issues, old windows, or leaking basement. That is a more fixable issue, and we can deal with that before the deal goes firm.
Unfortunately, in the real estate industry today, less than 40% of resale homes have home inspections, and of course, as a home inspector, you'd like to see that closer to 95%. So definitely, it's probably the least expensive process in the real estate transaction, but possibly the most important.
Most people should understand when you're buying a home, it doesn't matter if it's a brand new home or if it's a resale home, you will have minor issues. Some of the home inspectors who advise me quite wisely, they're saying if you have to spend 1% of the home value on improvements or minor fixing, that is a good home. If it's less than 1%, the home is in exceptional shape. If it's more than 1%, that's when you should renegotiate the price or certain terms. Your offer has been accepted. Go ahead, open the champagne. I'm Krisztina Neglia, and this has been an episode of Real Estate 411. Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, no.
You can walk that way.